Hello. Hi, Carrie. It's just us. Just us. Just the two of us. How you doing today? And anyone else who may be lurking. Working all day on recruitment task. Oh dear, has it been going well? I'm gonna do a little bit of chopping. Little bit of chopping. Take this onion. Hi, animated. What's up? You have a meeting with your ex-design team in an hour. Oh, best of luck. Best of luck. I've had like a weird day. I slept in really late. Well, I slept until like 10. I was super tired. But I think I needed it. So I'm ready now. I woke up, I was going to go to the shop, and then there was like thunderstorms outside, so I was like, nice. So I had to wait a little bit, and then I went to the shop. I did record a video and rendered it, so I'm hoping I can like upload it maybe tonight, publish tomorrow, something like that. I'm thinking. It's a very TF2, comp TF2 heavy one though, so may not be to everyone's taste. It's just a demo review of a LAN game. And I got to work on editing another video. A little bit more of a funny one. Funny. Yeah. Did some washing, did some tidying up. I've had a day. Not massively productive, but not a complete lazy day, you know? A nice middle ground. We chop in some onions first. Oh, got a little bit of onion on my knife. Onion. Yeah, I haven't made a curry in ages. It's funny. I've had a curry. I had a takeaway curry a couple of weeks ago. 2-3 weeks ago. But I haven't made one in ages, so I thought I'm going to go with Tikka Masala. Chicken Tikka Masala is one that Cloudy says he likes. From the variety that I've made over the years. So I've got to chop some onion. I've got to chop some garlic. No, not garlic. Ginger. I've already prepared the chicken earlier because the chicken needed to be marinated. Chicken was done in a marinade of yogurt, garam masala, cumin, turmeric. We had some salt in there, a bit of garlic, a bit of ginger. This was a big onion, big ass onion. So yeah, That's been marinating during the day, and then that'll get cooked inside the marinade for a little bit. Alright, fresh ginger that I got earlier today. Now I use it to chop while working. Oh no. Definitely in the hundreds, damn dude. They called you the onion chopper. Hey Samus, how you doing? Hey Lucky, yeah, Tikka. Chicken tikka. Funnily enough, I think this was the first ever curry I made on stream. Talking like a few years ago now. Yeah, it went down well. Made it for a few people over the years. Ginger is always a bitch to sort out. It's always awkward. Yeah, and then Cloudy's off to Amsterdam tomorrow. So I'm going to be all alone, all by myself, till like next Wednesday, I think. So I'll have no IRL stuff to distract me, I guess. So in the evenings I'll be able to stream a little bit later, hopefully. How's Taka doing? Taka's doing alright. I mean, she's behaving a little bit weirdly, I have to say. She's doing this thing where, like, going right into her shell, like her head. The kind of thing that tortoises do, but she's doing it with her eyes closed and looking like maybe a little bit distressed at something. So I don't know whether she's got some stuff in her eyes that's annoying her, or I'm not really sure, really. I'm not really sure. So I'm just keeping an eye on her. But obviously, if anything else gets like really weird, sometimes she'll just behave in a weird way. Over the years, it's happened. Sometimes she'll just be a little bit weird. I mean, she did have 2 very long journeys in the space of a couple of weeks, like 4 hours in the car in her tub. It's not the most appealing of journeys, I imagine, for her. And she was in a different place. My parents did say, like, you know, every time they went into the room, she was sort of like interested in what was going on. I must be used to the noise from my room, because obviously when she's here at my place, she's in my room and I'm always in my room and I'm always making noise. I'm always talking and, you know, streaming or whatever. So I think she's used to the noise and maybe the quietness and maybe just the constant changes. I don't know, but yeah. She's just been behaving a little bit oddly. I'll keep an eye on it. If it gets any worse, then I'll give the vet a ring and see what they say. You can peel a ginger with just a spoon of scraping. Yes, you can. I know that because one time Denial came round. You guys probably know Denial, so I'm just going to grab the rice. Probably know Denial from Stream Chat. Used to play TF2 with him and such. He came down, gosh, a number of months ago, during a cooking stream, and showed me how to do that. I think I was actually making a curry. That might have been the last time I made a curry, funnily enough. And he was like, "Look, let me do the ginger, and I'll show you." And I was like, "Okay." And he did it with his fancy way. Probably doing too much rice, but oh well. But I'm going to do his rice method. He showed me a way. You have to sort of clean the rice and do it like multiple times and stuff. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to spill rice everywhere, apparently. Yeah. So no, I'm doing his rice method, but not his ginger method. Just use the peeler. Jugar a los 20. Are you asking to play against me at 20? Or... Yeah, we can do. I think we've got players. I am down for that. I'm gonna lock that in. The Polish guy, yes, he is Polish. Polish and lived in the UK since he was about 16, I think. Something like that. Looking quite tasty. I'm hoping this is tasty. When you cook for other people, you want to make sure that... You know, when I'm cooking for myself, if I cook something and it's shit, then I'm like, whatever. It's not the end of the world. But when it's for other people, I don't want them to like be like, oh, food, nice, and then eat it and be like, oh, God, what have you given me? So I've just got some fresh coriander here. We're not going to be using this till much later, but as I've got the chopping board out and ready, I want to... it's just going to be sprinkled over the top at the end. Bueno, muy bien, muy bien. Alright. That'll do, I think. Right, I think that's stuff oh, gosh, this is all falling apart. Pro cook? No. Definitely not pro. But I think I know enough to get by. Not enough to get by. Do you want to see the chicken I prepared earlier? It's been marinating, oh baby. Looks, yeah. Looks interesting, doesn't it? So we need to cook the chicken in a moment. What did I marinate it in? So this is a homemade marinade, whatever. It's a base of yogurt, and then I put in garlic, ginger, garam masala, cumin, turmeric. There's some salt, and that's it really. And that's just been marinating in the fridge during the day. And then we're going to take the chicken pieces, we're going to cook them off in the pan, and then we're going to put them to one side, and then we're going to start cooking all of the onion and everything else, and then the chicken gets added in later. Pretty good mixture? Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It's good tasty. I'm going to put good tasty, actually. Good tasty stuff. Good tasty ingredients. We're kind of going to be adding in the same stuff into the pan when we're cooking everything else. I'm going to get this dish here. Oops. So what I'm not going to do this time is start the rice too early, because one of the things I seem to do is start the rice way too early and end up in a situation where I end up with cooked rice, and I'm not finished with everything else. Use this seasoning. I love seasoning. I love spicy food. We do very much like our spice in this house. We do have a variety of hot sauces. We've got about 3 different Tabascos here. Here's one of them. We've got Tabasco Sriracha. Yeah, we've got all sorts of different hot sauces and stuff. We have a spice cupboard. Oh, this is the hottest one we've got. Carolina Reaper sauce. It's like Carolina Reapers are like the hottest pepper, I believe. But we have a lot of different things. You got to have seasoning when you're cooking food, right? Boiled chicken till it's white as a ghost? Bruh. Honestly, boiled chicken is not... I don't think I would ever boil a chicken. Who is it I spoke to who said that they boil chickens? Remember someone saying that they boil chickens for their cats, and they would just have like the smell of boiled chicken all the time, because they would boil chickens and for their cats to eat. But it would just, yeah, I mean, there's nothing really going on there, is it? When you're boiling chicken. I mean, let's put things into perspective. So far this week, for food, Cloudy's actually cooked 3 times this week. Normally I just have like a salad or some simple stuff in the evening. But Cloudy's been cooking. Been on a bit of a mad one. And on Monday, what did he cook? Monday we had beef teriyaki. Beef teriyaki on Monday. And then on Tuesday we had chicken satay. Monday was beef teriyaki with rice. Tuesday was, it was again with rice actually, chicken satay with rice. And then yesterday we had chicken fajitas. And today we're having curry, cooked by me. So yeah, a lot of a lot of spice going on. You boil chicken sometimes, but do you put something with it? I guess is the point that we're making. You don't just like boil chicken with nothing else, right? Because that would be kind of bland. Even if you just fry chicken in oil, then at least you've got like something, like some other flavor going into it. Some people just boil chicken and ugh. When you couldn't defrost it in time? Fair. You're gonna have to come and visit, Carrie, and then I'll cook for you. And then you can give me feedback. Never got you drinks at LAN, did we? Wait, no, actually, you tried something at LAN, didn't you? You tried some stuff at LAN. Right, that's all my chicken out of my marinade. Oh, there's a little bit there. You can try my cooking and give me some feedback. And you can try English cuisine that isn't, you know, Wetherspoons and burgers. Oh no, I spilled some on the floor. Bloody hell. I'm gonna have to clean that up, bear with me. You liked it. Thing is, Red Bull and vodka just taste like Red Bull. And that's the thing, vodka generally doesn't have a taste. This is what, when we were saying that you said alcohol has a taste and you don't like the taste of alcohol. It doesn't have a taste. Every alcohol is different, and vodka has this kind of ability, I guess, to be masked by a lot of things. So, vodka Red Bull, vodka Fanta, vodka Coke is a common thing that people have, and it just tastes like Coke, but with a little bit of a twang. Okay, I'm just waiting for the chicken to get done a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other things like ciders that are like fruity are also very popular because of the fact that you don't really get a very strong taste. They really started becoming popular when I was at university. When I was at university, Copperberg ciders, berry ciders became very, very popular. And it was something that people started drinking. Often, like girls who would normally have, um, would drink spirits like vodka, coke, or something. I'm gonna put the extractor fan on, guys. Sorry for the noise. Oh, there we go. Finally. Because when you drink a pint, it takes a while to go down, right? Whereas if you're drinking a spirit, you have like a couple of sips and half your drink's gone. So people started drinking these berry ciders because they were less kind of harsh, something you could drink for a longer period of time. Hey Scatman, it's going good, thank you. It's going good. How are you? We are still in the early stages of the cook. Did I do all of my announcements? I think I did. Let me double check. Check my phone. Honestly, my brain. I did. Oh, fuck. Yeah, all forms of alcohol too. That's fine. Some people just don't like it, and that's okay. Some people don't want to drink alcohol because they don't like the taste of any of the alcohols available, and some don't like it because they don't want to drink alcohol. They don't want that kind of the effects of alcohol, shall we say? And that is fine too. I have a friend who I've known for, gosh, how long have I known her? Since early high school, so probably about 12, 13 when we first met. And let's just say we were a pretty party animal, like in our late teenage and early 20s. And she doesn't drink alcohol anymore. And I was like, you know what, fair play. Fair play. Just, if you're wondering what you can hear, like, that's just me. I'm just rinsing out the rice here. Just rinsing out this rice so that it's nice and clean, ready for us to cook it. But I'm not going to start cooking it yet, am I? I'm not going to start cooking it too early. It saves you money. That's true. That's true. Honestly, the same with smoking. When I was a student, and when I used to work at a shop for some money in between semesters, I remember a pack of 20 would cost about, I think it was $4.45, because I remember we'd always run out of the 4 stickers to put on the advertising thing. $4.45 or $4.54, something like that. So basically, about £4.50 you could get a pack of 20. I think these days you're looking at least a tenner, right? Yeah. When I was at uni, it was a lot cheaper to do that. Yeah, it's crazy expensive, right? Flatmates trying to get you to try smoking. I mean, like, that's the thing. If you have to respect people's decisions, right? If people don't want it, that's their choice. If you don't want to, then you have to respect someone's decision when it comes to drinking or smoking or anything like that. Tasted bad? It's not the taste, it's the feeling that you get, that nicotine hits, oh boy. You can't be friends with a smoker? I mean, for me it's about, like, it doesn't matter to me as long as people respect your space, like I've lived with Cloudy for coming up on 4 years now, and he was smoking for probably like 3 years of that time. He stopped smoking for a period of time and then started again, and now he stopped again. He just vapes these days. But like, you know, it's his choice, and he doesn't never smoked in the house. Always went outside and stuff like that. Like, okay, that's the chicken done, I think. So what I'm going to put it in this dish here. And we're leaving it to one side. Okay. And we're going to get some butter. And that's going to go in. Hands getting excitable here. Going to be in a relationship with a smoker. That's a good, interesting one, yeah. I was for a while when I wasn't smoking. And I can understand the reasoning why people wouldn't. It's not, yeah. But yeah, some things you can overlook. Condemned in your family. Both of my parents used to smoke when they were younger. And they always grew up telling me not to smoke. All of my grandparents smoked. Well, I guess that was part of the generation, right? Everyone used to smoke kind of thing back then. The only person who continued to smoke was my grandmother on my mum's side. Just going to put you know what? I'm going to bring you guys over here so you guys can see what's going on. Welcome to the action. Yeah, my grandmother on my mum's side, she continued to smoke up until she was like 70 or 80 or something. Yeah. So yeah, growing up it was always very condemned in my family as well. It was very much, don't smoke, don't smoke, don't smoke. But when you're a teenager / adolescent, and you're just kind of like, I want to do my own thing. My sister started smoking when she went to France. She smoked for quite a while, but she stopped now. I don't think she smoked for like over a year now or so, which is pretty good. Smoking in France, yeah. She lived in Marseille for 6 months and came back like a chronic smoker. I was like, damn. Yeah, like I can understand when you're not a smoker, the smell is annoying. Like the smoking thing is right outside my window, and because I live kind of close to the ground floor, sometimes I end up with it wafting my room, and I'm like, ugh. Like one time, the cigarette bin was on fire, and it was just producing that smell, and I was like, oh no. We're just waiting for the onions to soften up a little bit. Also, hi Andreas. She was always hiding it? Oh really? When I was a kid, my grandma used to smoke like around. My parents never used to like us smoking in the house or anything like that. So I was like, little baby CeeJaey was like, I have an idea, and I started making no smoking signs, and I put them in all of the rooms in the house, so that when my grandma turned up, she had to smoke outside. Little bitch ass I was, apparently. garlic. Based baby CeeJaey. Yeah. To be fair, when I was at uni, none of my roommates smoked. So I would do it on like nights out and stuff like that. But and then started doing it a bit, but they were really against it as well. So I think if I was living with people who did smoke, things would have probably been different. I'm just gonna add the ginger now. And some garlic. And the other thing that I think helped was the fact that when I was 18 and I first went to uni, you could smoke in bars and clubs, right? This was what, 2006? You could smoke in bars, in clubs. You could you'd be on the dance floor and there'd be like people with cigarettes in their hands. You'd be in a bar and there'd be a smoking area and a non-smoking area, but all the smoke used to drift over anyway. I remember sitting there and people would all be smoking around the table, you know, at the bar or at a table in somewhere. And then the smoking ban came in and everyone had to go outside. And it made it a lot more difficult to people to just smoke kind of, you know. You're far too stubborn? No, that's fair. To get the tomato puree ready because we need to add that in because we don't want our spices to burn. Got a new knife block. I say new, it was bought for me by my mum actually for Christmas. And I only just got around to using it. But it's got some good knives, some nice pair of scissors. Okay, so we need to add all of our spices now. Teaspoons, right? Okay. So we have garam masala. We have ground cumin. I don't actually said she was allergic to cumin. It was a load of bullshit. She just didn't like meat and curries. It's the turmeric. Do we need any? Yes, we need a little bit of ground coriander. Okay, that's in. We also need some chili powder, just to add a bit of a kick. We like it spicy around here. And a little bit of salt. And we're going to mix that up. And it's going to dry this the hell out. Essentially, we are making the basis for our curry. So these are the things that you basically, all of these spices and all of like the garlic, the ginger, even the onion, you can buy in these paste jars. And this is the stuff that you get. It's not that hard if you've got all the spices. Like originally when I was making stuff, it was like, oh, I have to buy this, I have to buy this spice. Oh, now we've got a spice cupboard filled with stuff. You can always just make things from scratch and you've always got the right seasoning and spices. So that's good. I'm going to turn down the heat. I'm going to add some tomato passata. Tomate. Now, we've got to stir this so that we don't get any stuff stuck to the bottom. We do not want bits of burnt onion and herbs and spices stuck to the bottom. I'm going to turn the heat down because we just want this at a simmer for now. Inevitably it spits everywhere. Hey Tillin, what's up? Just smoke it out and do it outside the window? That's crazy. Yeah, I used to, in my first year of uni in halls, um, we had these, I can't remember if there were smoke detectors everywhere, like one in your room, one in the corridor. And what people used to do is they would get condoms and they put them on the outside of the, they put condoms on the outside of the smoke detectors so they could smoke in their room and basically the smoke detectors wouldn't go off. And also if you had a screwdriver, or borrowed a screwdriver, whatever, you could unscrew part of your window, make the window go out even wider than it was supposed to. So basically, yeah. And I remember somebody had what do you call it? Like an inspection in their place because some guy was thrown out for selling weed. And like all these guys' rooms had condoms on the smoke detectors. All the windows were like unscrewed and stuff, and they were like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Tempted to put a lid on this, but I just don't want. I need the steam coming out. So I'm a snap of brownies. Oh, nice. I'll check them out. This is like soup but worse. Dude, curry's amazing. You should try. You should try curry. Little chicken curry. You might like that, or a vegetable curry. You got naan bread? Oh yeah, we got naan bread. Gonna have rice and naan bread with it. On that note, let me check my rice. I think it needs one more rinse. Actually, I reckon it could be good. Mango chutney? I'm afraid not, no. You wish I put a little bit more often? Wow. Need to go? Bye, Carrie. You had a storm today? Yeah, we had a massive storms over the past couple of days. It's been crazy. The temp has gone down, which is nice. Yeah, actually, when we went out for food with my parents on Monday, my dad had a curry. Had like naan, poppadoms, mango chutney, like the works. Good stuff. As you can see, this is the kind of color that we're going for here. It will lighten up because we're going to be adding in some cream later on. Time get rid of this. So we've got our chicken. You can probably see the chicken over here, just in a bowl, and we've cooked off, and it's got some juices there that we're going to be adding. Need to blow my nose, so I will be right back. No, we're just having rice and naan bread with my Tikka. Rice and naan bread. I stole my hair the weekend? Yeah, I could do. I'll do a little bit of, washing. Some stuff done. I do think the rice is good to, like, be cooked, but I'm not going to do it yet. Ow! Bastard! Spat at me. Right, I'm going to get the rice prepared in its pan. Okay. Put it here. It's very thick, so it's not like bubbling as much as it would like, a soup or something like that. So just give it a stir now and again so nothing gets caught. Hi Josh, how's it going? Thursday classes for college are 9 to 5. Ooh, that's a long day. That's a long day. At least it's done now though, right? Smells really good. Smells really good. Wash as we go. Saves for washing later on. You forgot about Thursday? You can't forget about cooking Thursdays, dude. It's alright. We cooking. We cooking. Wireless headphones, nice. I do have to say, wireless headsets are pretty cool. My wireless headphones are great. Really like them. It's a shame that the pads are slowly coming off now. I think I've had them for a couple of years, so I need to find a way to fix, unfortunately. Sort that out somehow. Is Taka asleep? Taka was having a nap last time I saw her, yeah. She's having a little nap-a-rooney. We'll give her water later, so she'll probably wake up then. Okay, I'm gonna start work on the rice now as well, I think. Yeah, Taka is a she. Taka is a she. A month ago now or something, I had to take her to the vet because she wasn't very well. And the vet said, looks like Taka is actually a girl. Because of, yeah. It happens, it's quite a regular thing that happens with tortoises. It's very hard to determine the sex of a tortoise. until they're much older, simply because of their anatomy. Everything's kind of hidden. There's just a few kind of telltale signs which will give you a bit of an inkling one way or the other. And the previous vet I went to back in my hometown said possibly a boy because of the shape of the shell. Shape of the back of the shell is sometimes a little bit different depending on the species. But this one said that there were other features, other factors that says, no, most likely a girl. I was like, oh, damn, okay. Yeah, she's been a little bit out of sorts since she come back. She stayed with my parents for a couple of weeks. Had her little holidays, as I like to call them, because she gets to roam around in their garden for a little bit. 2 or 3 days she was able to have a little bit of a session, stretch her legs. Obviously I was going to land, so kind of has that. But since she's come back, she's been a little bit subdued, a little bit stressed, I think. I think it's just the changing of everything that's going on. But it's all good. I'm just going to pour the water now for the rice. An Asda pizza. Man, I haven't had an Asda pizza in ages. The only Asda around here is like a drive away. It's not worth it. She did get her watermelon, yes. No, I gave her a chunk of watermelon. She devoured it. Demolished it this afternoon. As soon as I popped it in there. So yeah, it's always a good sign when she's eating all of that. She cool turtle her aggressive day. She's pretty cool. Like, she doesn't get angry. She doesn't like bash anything. She just likes to explore, and she's always very inquisitive when other people are around. Sees other people and she's like, comes over to the side of the box, wants to see what's going on. Okay, I think it is time for everything else to be added. So we're going to add some cream. And we're going to add some sugar. Now we need brown sugar. I've got some, some of it just fell out. Brown sugar. I'm going to pick up the chunks that just fell. And then we're going to add in the chicken that we cooked earlier with the marinade. That all goes in. And then that needs to simmer for another 10 or so minutes. We're going to give it a nice stir. It is going to make the color go from a dark brown a little bit lighter. And the hope is that with a bit of heat, this will thicken up. It's very, very light on the old webcam right now. I think that's mostly because the light from the extractor fan is on the top, and it's shining down on it, so it looks much lighter than it actually is. And the rice is on the go. When was the last time someone did an unbox? Quite a while ago, actually. I think someone did one a few months ago. Just give this rice a little bit of a check. tiny bit of salt in with the rice. Tiny bit. Not as much as when you salt pasta, that's for sure. So we're just going to let this simmer now. Look at that. Oh, it's a great colour. It's a nice orange colour. It will probably darken up a little bit, but it's looking good. The other cream is dying against stricken years. You're my queen. You got that from Twitter. I can imagine a few people who would receive that kind of comment. There was a lot of talk because I don't know if there's many football fans here, but there's someone called Aaron Ramsey. He's a football player. He's a Welsh football player. He's played for the likes of Arsenal, Juventus, Rangers. And basically there's something called the Aaron Ramsey curse. Now the Aaron Ramsey curse is the curse that every time Aaron Ramsey scores, somebody dies. Somebody famous dies. And there is a list of about 20 or 30 times where he has scored a goal and someone dies. Now he's a midfielder, he's a bit of a creative chappy, right? Doesn't score a ton of goals, but in his career, 20, 30 times, something like that, every time he's scored, somebody famous has died. And his team is playing tonight. He plays for Nice, a French team, and they're playing Cologne tonight in the Europa League. And everyone was like, oh shit, oh shit. But he's injured. He's injured until October, so yeah. I mean, the big factor, I was talking about this with Cloudy earlier, the fact that the entire royal family, all of her kids, all of her grandkids, you know, all of the princes and princesses, they've all been called up to the place. Is probably not a good sign. They've all been, you know, called up and, yeah. Probably not a good sign. The thing is with the Queen, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere years and years ago that if the Queen was ever to die, that it is held, like, you don't hear about it, basically, until, you don't hear about it until everything has been sorted, like succession, everything's been organized and everything, and yeah, so, for all we know, she may already have passed away, and it's just, they're getting things in order before announcing it. Who knows though? Maybe she'll be fine. You think that looks like hot chocolate? A little bit. Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly support the royal family. I think the idea that there are people who are born into a family that, you know, gets paid just for existing, and, you know, they have ridiculous amounts of wealth and power just because they were born in that family, and, you know, taxpayer money goes to them refurbishing their houses and shit. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the royals, but, you know, it's not as if they've done anything majorly, like Queen Elizabeth has done anything majorly awful, right? Maybe she has, maybe I just don't know. She's not like fucking Prince Andrew, he's just a massive nonce. It's Prince Andrew, yeah, fuck him, I don't care. But yeah. So no one is crowned a monarch? Oh yeah, it'll happen. Oh yeah, it'll happen. I mean, like, I'd say, like, I'm like 80% sure it'll be Prince Charles, right? A small part of me is like, maybe he'll just say no and it'll be William. It's kind of what happened in Spain, where, well, I mean, King Juan Carlos was king for a long time, right? Since Franco died in the 70s, and then recently, like, he abdicated the throne and said, son, be in charge. Whether Charles would do that, something like that or not, but no, I can't imagine. I feel like they're not going to give up the lifestyle of being royals and getting paid vast sums of money just for existing and turning up to somewhere and shaking the odd hand and waving kind of deal. Um, and at the same time, it's a big tourist thing, right? I think there's a lot of people who would want to keep the royals around. I don't know if Cloudy's going to be home for food or not, whether it's just going to be me. Then I'll have something later. We're outgrown the rules of society. I mean, I've said what I've said about the rules, right? I feel it's a little bit weird that you can be born into a family that just gets paid by taxpayer money just to exist. But yeah, whether or not that changes is going to be part and parcel down to themselves. Maybe if we get to the point where, William and Kate are, you know, the ones at the top, maybe they'll say, oh, you know what, it's time for a change. Who knows? Who knows? Will I stream Splatoon 3? I don't know if I'm even going to get Splatoon 3, my dude. In terms of the games that I want to get and the amount of money I've got to spend, it's a lot, right? If I do get Splatoon 3, I will stream it, yeah. While it continues to bubble, it does. We're just simmering it for a little bit longer. Message Cloudy. You home to eat? Or later? It is indeed chicken. Basically, Jordan, yeah. I'm gonna assume Cloudy's not home. Just leave out the food and he can serve himself when he gets home. I'll sort myself out a little naan. A little naan. Oh damn, this curry's looking thick. This is the kind of tikka. Just kind of waiting for the rice now. I made a lot of rice. You said Floury never made outfit. No. Normally he comes to the kitchen. When he's home, he'll come to the kitchen and just like, thanks. And when he cooks, normally we sit in the living room and eat it. But like last night, I had a cast, right? I had a Highlander cast, so I was like, dude, sorry, I've got a Highlander cast, so I was like, just leave me some food on the side if you can. He was like, yeah, no problem. And then he like made the wraps, like the fajitas, and then brought them into my room. So I was like, oh, nice. So I was like chowing down. Should have done the garlic butter rice that I normally do. Didn't think of that ahead of time. When does Splatoon come out? It's this month, right? Tomorrow? Oh shit, okay. Did not realize it was that soon. Yeah, you know what, I played Splatoon 1, I played Splatoon 2, I enjoyed them, but my enjoyment kind of was limited as time went on. I don't know whether I can afford to spend that amount of money on it, you know? When there's a lot of other stuff. I always thought the concept of Splatoon was actually really good. Like, the mechanics of it. The idea that you can actually, you know, you have like guns and you fight and all that, but also the fact that you can change into a squid and, you know, travel through the ink, and it allows you to do like some crazy like traversal stuff. I always thought if it wasn't, if it didn't look the way it looked, it would be incredibly like wanted, desired game. You know, I mean it is, but there's a lot of people who look down on it because of the way that it is looked. When you consider like the movement of stuff like Quake and Team Fortress, right? Obviously that's a different level, but I always thought the mechanics of Splatoon 2 were pretty cool. Oh, got to take me down now. Alright, are we ready? Because I'm ready here. I'm waiting for my rice to fluff up and we should be good. In fact, what I'm going to do is put you here. I don't need you anymore. You guys are on the reverse. You're back over here, ready for serving. Cool, the camera gets a bit hot. The curry is also ready to be served. I'm going to grab my ladle. Wherever it is. Oh, why'd you put the things in like that? This looks good, guys. This looks good. I'm happy with this. It's like the perfect color I'd want it to be. Look at that. What do you think? You have some coriander to sprinkle on. The color is so important. When it comes to a curry, you want it to be the right color because then that gives you an idea of the concentration of spice, yeah? Not being baited. Ugh, I'm moist. Oh my gosh, it's looking beautiful. Beautiful. How spicy is the toilet bowl in that case? This one could be a little bit spicy. Could be a little bit spicy. It's a tikka masala, so the spice isn't massive, but I do add a little bit of extra chili powder in there, just give it a little bit more of a kick, because we do like things spicy in this household. Yeah. Well, there we go, gang. Chicken tikka masala with rice and a naan bread. Yeah, but I'll pronounce it tikka, innit? Josh is pronounced Jewish. What? Is that true? Anyway, I have to go because I have to go consume this as I have some games soon. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I will be back tomorrow for some Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Saturday is Apex, Sunday is Thymesia, ! schedule if you want to know what I'm doing. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely evening. Look after yourselves. Again, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.